It's not an easy topic, really, when you think, do we want to talk about gender equity in a culturally diverse and gender diverse team? How do we do it in a way that it's sensitive and doesn't create tension? So doing it through a game made it relaxed, made it entertaining, but also it allowed us to have those difficult conversations.
Well, I enjoy games, I enjoy competition, so I thought this is good fun to do something. And I always think people learn a lot more in a non-formal setting.
Using board games seemed like a really great idea because it was a very casual, inclusive way to introduce the topic.
We had a workshop around consent, gender inequalities, which was interesting because we were like, oh, we're gonna play.
Had advertised that through our community, so we kind of had a mixture of different people.
It's a good starter. It's a good starter of conversations for difficult topics.
So with your workmates, talking about consent in quite sometimes things that would usually be not safe for work.
It's not an easy topic, but at least we were talking about it and we were naming those numbers, naming the inequity. The fact that they also got to have fun and enjoy an afternoon made it a whole lot easier.
It does open a space to make the community feel comfortable, to open up and share what their views are.
As an organisation, it was good to be with people and do an activity in a different light.
I think it is important to discuss these kind of topics in a chill, fun way, because I feel like gender inequality is a complex topic to talk about casually.
It helped me learn some things, but then number two, it also made me think about how we could integrate some of these games in some of the services and activities that we provide as an organisation.
All communities, the broader communities, there are issues that we all need to be looking at and facing and discussing, and the only way you can get on top of providing sort of better outcomes around those is to have that discussion.
I played that game with a group of young people from Chinese community. So actually some of them never heard about the consent before. So then they try to understand what is it.
We've used the Sobremesa games twice. We thought it was a good way of just getting staff members to talk about gender and gender inequity.
The impact for the people involved in the games, it was sort of, I think it opened their eyes, especially around the statistics, an eye-opener, probably especially for the male members of the games.
It shows how Australia views gender inequality. This is important for people or participants to understand what's happening in the Australian society.
Some of them were comparing it to their own country of heritage and thinking, it's not that different, I guess. I guess there's inequities everywhere.
And I think the whole approach of doing it as a game that people can play together is innovative.
It was a safe space.
It wasn't a matter of fingers being pointed at any person or any gender or anything.
The facilitation of Latin stories was really well done. It was great to have trained facilitators guide us through the games.
But also encouraging people to be open and to talk about some of the things that they want to talk about and make that feel really normal and natural.
These games could have a really strong impact on community in creating conversations. These are always really valuable ways to approach community.
We had an amazing feedback from the young participants, and we will definitely host more workshops around gender inequalities, and we will definitely need that game to be part of the workshop. And I would love to play it with my family.
It's a very fun and effective way to engage with the different groups.
If it's in a membership type program, I think we would definitely be keen to do that.
I really love to see things like that, like something outside the box, something creative.